that glamour is something which affects the selection.
All this nomenclatures like intent and all this, these are being technically and carefully curated by the PR teams that these cricketers are running.
There is absolutely no doubt about the quality of Subhman Gill. Is baseball successful?
Who you get motivated for? Well, some of the cricketers answered country. Someone said I get motivated from my wife.
The year was 2007. India was visiting England and Scotland. The first time the India-England series got its official name as Patodi Trophy. First match ended in a draw with some controversy regarding bad light. Going into the second match, India were better prepared and they clinched the second match with runs from MS Dhoni, Dinesh Karthik, Sachin Tendulkar, and an iconic century from Anil Kumble. Going into the third match, India needed a draw to clinch the trophy, clinch the series. And that is exactly what India got. They showed batting prowess, and in the end, the match ended in a draw, and India lifted the trophy in England. That was the last time we won the Test series in England. In 2021, we came very close to winning the trophy, but the series ended in a 2-2 draw. Here again, India visits England with a very new look, some new players with a mixture of few experienced players as well under a new age coach. With high hopes, the team will play their first game in on June 20th. So with me, we have again Abhishek and Satyajit, and we'll be having a discussion on this series, this Test series. So to start off, what do you make of this squad? What do you make of India's squad visiting England? Satyajit.
The squad that we have right now is a mix of people from various, specializations. Like some of them have come off really well with the recent IPLs and T20s, and some of them are seasoned test players. So if I say seasoned test players, Bumrah is there, Jadeja is there, but Rishabh Pant is there. But talk about likes of Sai Sudarshan, and then again Arshdeep, they have more been involved with the shorter formats of the game. So what we are going to see right now is going to be a mix of both aggressive batting and dominant test prowess. Captaincy is new. Shubman Gill is going to get tested for the first time. As I told before, Shubman Gill has proven his mettle in the domestic circuits, but first test series in England, that's a tough ball. That's a bouncer that you have to face. Rishabh Pant is well justified as a wicketkeeper, but somehow I think KL Rahul should also get preferred as a vice captain because he is one of the most senior guys in the team. But again, KL Rahul needs to give much more performance to take on the to become a part of the leadership committee in this team. Rest others are quite new. Nitish Reddy has proved himself in the last series, but that is just one series. So a lot to be seen, a lot of expectations from these young lads. Let's see how the things go.
Yeah, and
Abhishek.
even the changes in the team, like exclusion of Shami from the bowling and entry of Arshdeep and be it return of Shardul Thakur and on the other hand, Rohit and Virat are not there. Like we can say the backbone of Indian team for a long time. And let's see how the batting goes on. And Nair is back. That once he asked for a one chance from cricket, and now he's getting that. Well earned actually. He performed in the first class so well and forced the selectors to look upon him. And interestingly, let's see what happens with these young lads. A little bit, I would say, if we talk about experience, we are short of it. But yeah, we might see surprises. Actually, we have seen how our young lads have surprised everyone, and I'm really waiting for a pleasant surprise.
I think this narrative is going around. It's a very young thing. But if we see, there is good amount of experience in this as well. Shubman Gill has played already 32 matches. He's in his fifth year of international cricket when it comes to Test cricket. Jaswal has already played 19, 20 matches, if I'm not wrong. KL Rahul, I don't think we need to talk about his experience. He's been playing from 2014. Jadeja, again, we don't have to mention that Jadeja, Shardul, they are playing for quite a long time. So it's not such a young team, but I would say it's a perfect blend of experience and new. And we have to move on from players. We have to move on from players, otherwise we won't have new generation of players. Having said that, is exclusion of Axar Patel a question mark? And even I would include Sarfaraz in that as well. Exclusion of Sarfaraz and Axar Patel.
Yeah, if you
Exclusion.
want to comment, yeah, control this.
exclusion of Sarfaraz is definitely a question mark because he has performed well in the last matches in both the innings of every match that he has played. He should have been given a chance here because there was a lot of scope in the team, and he should have been taken to England and given a chance in the matches. Coming to Akshar Patel, I think since already we have Ravindra Jadeja, who has a similar batting and bowling performance with Akshar, and also in the form of a spinner, we have Kuldeep Yadav. The team perhaps did not want to. Washington Sundar is also there, so the team was perhaps not willing to take more spinners because we know England it is gonna be more of a pace-friendly track. So probably that is the reason that Akshar Patel has not been there. Yeah, please, Abhishek.
But the
And
issue with not taking Axar Patel because of Jadeja is I don't think Jadeja at this point can give all the 5 matches. We can make him play all the 5 matches. So in that case, we would be lacking a proper backup of Jadeja.
actually, they have not preferred Jadeja or Akshar Patel, but they have preferred Shardul Thakur in place of Akshar Patel. They needed a medium pace bowler who can
Okay.
ball on those pitches. Maybe we can see green turf here again, and who can bowl, who can swing the ball,
We will see, not maybe. We will see.
and we know what he can do with the bat.
So putting it again, like I would say, Karun selection of Karun Nair has taken the place away from Sarfaraz Khan. Both of them are similar sort of players and occupy that number 4-5 position when batting the test.
Yeah.
But going back again to someone, Karun Nair is like 33 or 34, and I don't think he has many years left in him. This would have been a perfect grooming period for Sarfaraz as well. Okay.
Actually, the thing is, Karun Nair has played a lot of great innings in like near first class. What has happened in the first class, and he actually posed the BCCI. You can't ignore such like important knocks. Uh, and actually, he was one of the player who was becoming high scorer in every one or the next tournament in the first class cricket. And similar thing we saw for Sarfaraz also when he was playing first class. But the thing is, you have to give chance. Like although you said that he's 34 and you are looking for younger players, we can look for younger players. But the thing is, we can't ignore such players like who has, of course, age is a factor, but we can't actually. I actually I'm literally supporting BCCI for or patting the BCCI bell for selecting Karun Nair.
Fair enough. Even he justified the selection in the practice match as well, where he scored a
Yeah.
200
Yeah.
against England Lions. But when we see the records of Sarfaraz, 54 first class matches, average of 65 and 16 centuries, that selection also raises a question. Having stayed from selection, is Gautam Gambhir under pressure? We have lost 3-0 to New Zealand at home. That was a big loss. And then we lost Border Gavaskar Trophy. We were on the verge of playing World Test Championship final, but from there we slipped off. Although we won Champions Trophy under his coaching, but again the question comes: is Gautam Gambhir under a little pressure?
Yeah.
We could have said that. Actually, I am a little bit, what do we say, against your statement that he's the pressure. We could have said that if he has shown any expressions, although his face remains straight. But the thing is, after winning T20 World Cup and Champions Trophy, the pressure might have been released. But on the other hand, I heard some noise or some rumors that he was asking for Chireshwar Pujara to be in the team. And when the team list came, it was a surprising combination with some young, yet some young and some experienced player, but experienced yet who was not the major part of the cricket team. Like, I won't say major part. Uh, we can say there are players who are playing from last 5 years and hasn't completed uh, 50 test matches, who are playing from 10 years, but hasn't been an important part of the test side of the team. Here there are
For
knocks here
example,
and there,
for example,
but
for
yeah,
example, Washington Sundar made his debut in 2021 and he has played only 4 matches.
exactly what I'm saying. Na? Although you can say we know, let's talk about the big names. Be it Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, or Subhman Gill. Three big names who are in the team for like last 5 years. But how many important knocks there? Forget about that Australia tour.
Kaba.
Talk about I'm talking about the whole Australia tour. Rishabh Pant was like so good in that tournament. And but after that, we didn't watch any critical moment where he was standing alone for the team. If the team struggled, he was gone. Actually, in test side, we actually saw some like drastic performance by whole team actually, and that bilateral series against New Zealand was the worst for me, and that hurt our team in such a way that we couldn't qualify for World 10 Test Championship. Although, congratulations to South Africa, but yeah, it hurts to see such performance.
So I also
Okay.
think that some of that is true, but mostly Gautam Gambhir will be under scrutiny. He will be under pressure because he has not shown much prowess with the test team. If you see, India had a very good chance of reaching the WTC final when he became the coach, but after that, the team was knocked out and they had to have faced brutal defeats with New Zealand, then with Australia, and now it's England. So, yes, all the factors are against him. New team, experienced players are gone. Captain, a new captain you have right now. The bowling unit has not yet been tested because it's been reliant on Bumrah only. So bowling unit is also weak, to be honest. So scrutiny will be there. There will be a lot of chatter. There will be a lot of talks. There will be a lot of media pressure. But Gautam Gambhir is not someone who is new to all that, and I think he can handle that pretty well. But yes, he would be under pressure definitely.
No, there are few no points which puts a question on Gautam Gambhir mostly because uh, if we see the Australia series when Rohit Sharma was not available for the first test, we had Abhimanyu Eshwaran as a backup opener, but instead we chose to go with KL Rahul as opener, and uh, Devdutt Patel was flown from India just for one match, and from there we did not see him play any match. And coming into the England series, he is again not in the scene. And again, there were a lot of you know dressing room leaks that were going on. Many players were trying to become the Mr. Fix It and all. Everything coming under Gautam Gambhir's coaching mentorship. That I felt that is putting him under a little pressure that he needs to regroup the team again and put the performance.
Yeah, true.
Uh, is IPL a factor for selection in Test team? I'm particularly talking of the Test team, not IPL, not T20 or ODI, but is IPL performance or in IPL a factor for selection?
Using performance in IPL for a factor of selection is the perfect recipe for disaster because the
Yeah.
player in the IPL has a very different mindset from what you are expecting from a test. Like recently, WTC final, you saw how Aiden Markram and Temba Babuma were batting when the Australians were from the behind sledging them with crook comments. And they were called chokers. They were being constantly sledged, but they kept their calm. They just played a wonderful test knock. That was some wonderful test batting that I got to see after a long while. The IPL mindset, come and hit every ball, come and try to beat every ball, come and try to take a wicket every ball. That is not going to work when it comes to test. It's called a test for a reason. So I think that's a recipe for disaster if you're selecting on the basis of IPL.
I totally
Abhishek?
agree with Actually totally agree with that. And when we saw the performance against New Zealand, one thing was there in my mind that why these players are being so aggressive when the game is getting over in 3 days and you have to stay there. And you will see the strike rate of our batsman was close to like 60, 80, or somehow. I literally got pissed off at that point. Why can't you play like Pujara? And we miss him in those tournaments. And they, we wanted such player who can stay there for longer time, let the ball get older, and stand there and deliver. And what we missed, and that was the real reason we got out of the WTC final. Otherwise, beating India in India, we know how hard it is. Like, okay, but yeah, we have seen such selections where a player have outshone in IPL, and he was like so glamorous in those fields in IPL or T20 cricket. And the thing I hate about Indian selection that glamour is something which affects the selection. If you are star, you might get chance. People want if people want to see you, you might get selected. Player who play boring cricket like Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, or you can say who they somehow like lag behind.
Get sidelined.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is very true. Like there are
So
players who are playing runnable innings in the T20 matches in IPLs are getting out on the fifth stump delivery or the sixth stump delivery every time when it comes to test. The contribution has been close to null. So uh, that is not how you choose the team when you are selecting a test team. perfect selection, I must say.
Intent, positive cricket, and selflessness. You know, in the name of intent, positive cricket, selfless cricket, are we promoting careless cricket? We would say,
Yeah,
to
we
show
can say that.
positive, they come and go hard.
So first
Test
thing is
cricket.
all this nomenclatures like intent and all this are being technically and carefully curated by the PR teams that these cricketers are running. So they're always trying to show that they're selfless, they're playing for the country. But when it comes to like who you get motivated for, well, some of the cricketers answered country, someone said I get motivated from my wife. So it clearly shows how their priorities vary when they're choosing what they want to choose. So these are carefully curated PR terms that are being rightfully orchestrated with certain musics and video shots and clips, so that we get swayed to believe that yeah, that is true, that that player is playing for the country and always not playing for himself. So I think that is just a narrative that is being built and we are being dragged into that.
Talking about intent, like how how you define intent in Test cricket, staying for a longer period of time, taking your time, can be so intentful. Like it shows the positive intent of the player that he wants to play for the country. He wants to face more and more balls. Yeah, we can hit few runs in few balls, but what would will it give you the win? Like we just saw how South Africa built their inning. Like in the first innings, they were like totally. We know lots how first 3 days the ball behaved. They stayed there for a longer period of time to get that, like to get runs. Like for they struggled for each run, and we know how they have made their country proud after 27 years. And like you can say intent, a positive intent would be different in T20 cricket, and a positive intent would be different in Test cricket.
And the
I mean,
negative result of that
because
is we have we have grown up seeing Rahul Dravid uh, calmly missing the balls of Shoaib Akhtar at 150. We have seen Virendra Sehwag smash world class bowlers, spinners like Warne and Muralitharan. And now what we see is that these players were not even like getting their foots when they are facing spin bowling. Like India team is now really performing bad when it comes to facing the spin. So Indian players currently they are facing difficulty in playing test matches because one of the reasons is they are finding it really difficult to play spin. We belong to a lineage of players like Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag, VVS Lakshman, who are really good while playing the spin. Rahul Dravid. Now it is a matter of concern that Indian players are not playing well the spin balls. Nathan Lyon had his successes. Santnar was dangerous when he came to India. So this is something the Indian team needs to work on. And bringing in players with T20 background is definitely not going to work because T20 is not a format which respects the spin bowlers. So there you just can go and hit any ball, but the red ball behaves much differently than how the white ball will behave. So that is not a positive branding for intent, at least.
so from intent, positive cricket or selfless cricket, or the high scoring cricket, let's move to baseball, which is also based on somewhat this philosophy or principle. If we say, is baseball successful? Is baseball a right way going into Test cricket? Because we call Sena countries one of the toughest oppositions when it comes to Test. We saw South Africa winning the World Test Championship final. We got New Zealand winning it. We got Australia winning it. The three winners, the three have come from the Sena countries, and all the three finals have been organized in England, and England have qualified for none of them, and they were nowhere close to qualifying as well. So is baseball a right way? It might seem very exciting cricket, but if it does not produce result, how far it is sustainable?
Actually, you answered your question by giving the stats already, like how England has performed with Bazzball. And Bazzball came from like Brendan McCallum. But the contradictory part is, although he was an attacking batsman in even in Test, he has he had his partners like Ross Taylor. Okay, his team had a different picture in the mind. He used to start hitting. He used to like scare the bowlers away. But the balance which was given by Guptill, Ross Taylor, and his team behind that is like totally tells a totally different story about New Zealand cricket. Although he experimented with New England, I can say it is a failure. And wins, whatever win England have got, like it's not by that, you can say it's not based on team contribution. I would rather say it as individual contribution. One player signs, he will take the game away. He will win the game for his team. But when you say that the whole team playing, attacking, and performing and winning the test, no, yeah, you already told the stats to the audience that I consider baseball as failure. Of course, you can say it is entertaining. Yeah, we can go up with that, but like,
And whatever is entertaining is not always going to pay off. So that has been the result for the England team. And their current batting unit, okay, that is not actually playing, trying to adapt to baseball as well. Because if you see one of the greatest test players from England, Joe Root, when he was trying to play those baseball type of cricket hit, he was failing every other day. When he started going back to his old formats, he started scoring tons again. So that is, I don't know why they are trying to impose something which is not a requirement in the format for that game. But if you see Brendan McCullum in his career, he has a strike rate of around 64.6, pretty aggressive. But again, he has also played knocks where he scored 183 versus Bangladesh with around some 400 balls. So it's not always that he has also played aggressive in every match. Otherwise, he could not have made such a long test career. I think he has played 100 matches, if I'm not wrong. So
and if you're
pretty,
talking about aggression, players like even AB de Villiers were slow when they were playing test cricket.
yeah,
We
yeah,
know how slow they can play, how
yes.
steady they can be, and how difficult it can become to get them out. It's a different story.
That
T20 test,
that,
yeah, Amla and AB
that
de
Hakeem
Villiers were
Amla and
singing.
De Villiers
Yeah,
against India.
playing like 300
I
balls
I
and scoring.
really I really liked Brendan McCullum as a player. I used to like him, but the fact is, Brendan McCullum was one player who was playing that aggressive brand of cricket. Even if you see when it comes to Indian cricket, the previous Border Gavaskar Trophy that we won, Pant was playing the role of that aggressor role, and rest of the team were going cruising along. They were providing that supportive role. From that, we have moved on a little bit, and we now have even Jaiswal who uh, has that little bit of attacking mindset. Is India taking a path of baseball, especially when it was under Rohit Sharma's captaincy? He instilled that aggressive mindset in the team. Was India or is India on the path of that baseball type of game? Jatosh,
Not actually. If you see Shubman Gill, if you see again KL Rahul, uh, Washington Sundar as well, like when they are playing, they rather go for slow knocks. Nitish Reddy, we have seen very less of him, but yeah, he is a bit aggressive, I must say. But Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, also KL Rahul, they are neat test players. They don't, go to hit those loose shots, and you have to take their wicket. Like I remember seeing a reel where they were showing Shubman Gill getting bowled every day and saying, "Okay, this is your captain." But remember, he has been a player who has not thrown off his wicket. Those were some really good balls that just diverged in between his bats and pads and like broke his defense. But they are good. I think they are good test players who are not going to do that T20 type shots here and like show some real grit.
I
Uh,
think you're talking of Gill. So, with respect to Gill, this is a very important series for Gill as a batsman. He scored just 88 runs in 6 innings with an average of 14 in England. He has played well in Australia. I would say 35 in Australia at his age is fair enough. It's a good one. He has done well in Bangladesh as well. 39 averages 39 point something. In South Africa, he averages 18. In West Indies, he averages 22. So he really needs to up his game when it comes to those challenging conditions, I would say, as a batsman. And now he has an added pressure of captaincy.
for Shubman
Okay,
Gill,
Abhishek.
hmm,
Mhm.
for Shubman Gill, I'm less worried of Shubman Gill because I think with responsibility, I think he will get better. And like for the earlier time, like for the series which have passed, he was coming as opener, and as Satyajit said that his strike rate, I would say he was comparatively faster than other openers too. Rohit Sharma was giving tremendous start. He was trying to hit every ball, like he was trying to give a strong
Quick
start
first.
earlier. Yeah, you can say quick start. But the point is, even Shubman Gill was taking charge there because if we compare New Zealand against India in India, New Zealand were comparatively slower than us. If we talk about
Hmm.
from where it originated, they were staying there, be it Rachin Ravindra with bowling and batting. We can see how he stayed there. And not only for Shuman, I would say he will do good. I don't know how, but by giving him captaincy, always like we can say, na, usually teacher used to make the naughtiest student the class monitor, or if he can handle the team. So let's see and let's hope he perform well. And I have high hopes from KL Rahul and Nitish Reddy. And Pant, as usual, I want him to hit hard and harder. And let's see what it comes. And the interesting, I'm really hopeful from Bumrah. I want to see such fairy innings again, what he has done to Broad in England. And let's hope for a pleasant surprise.
I think today
I
the
think
teacher has
there
made.
is no doubt about.
I was saying, I think the
Sorry,
teacher has made the nicest boy the monitor this time.
Uh, I would say he is an interesting guy. Let's see.
so
There are,
there is absolutely no doubt about the quality of Subhman Gill. He just needs to prove it out on the 22 years
yeah.
from here on. So Subhman Gill is the captain. So first name on the team list. What will be your individual playing 11? Shweta, let's go with the first test. Having said that everyone is available, including Bumrah.
For me, it should be KL Rahul and Jaiswal opening, Shubman Gill at 3, Karun Nair at 4. I would like to see Nitish Reddy at 5, Ravindra Jadeja at 6, Washington Sundar at 7. And after that, it should be Bumrah, Shiraj, since we already have Jadeja and Washington, no more spinners definitely. Akash Deep did really well. He should get a chance. And Arshdeep Singh. So, 4 pacers, 2 spinners. That sums up the team. And And
And
one swap
so
rather, I should say, in place of Washington Sundar, it should be Rishabh Pant actually because I missed the keeper out here. So I was thinking of KL Rahul being the keeper,
Pant is the vice
Right.
captain.
so I was making my team with KL Rahul as the keeper, but Rishabh Pant being the vice captain by default is into the team. So
Hmm.
I think 1 spinner and 4 pacers is the combination we'll be going with.
So Jadeja is the lone spinner here.
Yeah, because you
Okay,
need some
fine.
experience when you are going with this new team.
Okay, Abhishek.
For me, I think Shubman and Yashasvi Jaiswal would be opening. And then we can see KL Rahul and we can see Pant earlier if the trio stays for a longer period of time. Or we have Nitish Reddy and then Ravindra Jadeja. And then we will say, I think Bumrah would be at the back. Sardul Thakur is there. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sardul Thakur. Sardul Thakur would be playing. And Arshdeep Singh, Bumrah, and who's it? I think that's the team.
I think for me, I would really want to see Abhimanyu Aishwaryan opening this time. He has done really well. I don't know what he needs to do more to be playing. Uh, Gill and Aishwaryan open. Jaiswal and Aishwaryan opening. KL Rahul at 3, Gill at 4. But then Karun Nair probably misses out because we need to put Pant at 5 and Jadeja at 6, then and Nitish Reddy 7, and we go on with the four pacers. So and maybe since Nitish Reddy can bowl and he bowls fairly well, we might go with three pacers and sneak in Karun Nair as well. But I really want to see Abhimanyu Aishwaran play. So we got your playing 11s. Who are the players you will be watching out for? You will be really looking forward to see them. Not I would not keep Bumrah or KL Rahul or the established one in there. Someone who has not been to England or who is not played that many of matches, test matches, or we don't have a mind, we don't have their name on the mind instantly. Players to watch out for.
I think
Karun,
that would become a tough question. And Karun Nair, Satyajit was saying Karun Nair. And of course, we want to see him perform. And from the first class game earlier, the practice match, he showed his intent. We were talking about positive intent, really. So he showed his intent. But I would be looking at Suman Gill because as said, the naughtiest student being the class monitor, he need to actually prove his test skill. As you said, 30-35 is not impressive test. It's fine. It's good for an average player. But
Hmm.
having some patches like 22-18, and that's really scares the statistics. And that really are scary statistics. And he need to really prove himself being a test cricketer, being a responsible cricketer actually. If you want to make your name bigger as legends like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or just went out earlier from the team, and players like Rahul Dravid, VVS Lakshman, Sehwag, Sachin, and they had some scores or important knocks behind their name. If you talk about VVS Lakshman, you will remember his knocks against Australia. If you talk about Rahul Dravid, he has there are stories behind their back, which proves why they are called legends. And for captaining a team like India, Subman Gill need to have such strong portfolio for that. And I just hope for the best.
Pratik,
Yeah, as Abhishek already pointed out, Karun Nair is someone I would be looking forward to. And if given a chance, Sai Sudarshan, I want to see how he performs. I'm not sure if he's going to make it to the playing 11 in any of the matches, but if he does, I would like to see how he does. And Shubman Gill, obviously, a lot of pressure, a lot of spotlight, a lot of limelight, a lot of chit chat across the media and the fan wars going on. He has to perform. He has to score those runs. He has to give a strong foundation to make a statement. The thing that we call a captain's knock in cricket, this is something that the team expects from him this time.
he's already on an elite list. If we start from Saurav Ganguly, then Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and now Subman Gill. He has already joined, but he needs to perform the way that his predecessor has performed. I would love to watch. We have seen a little bit of him in the Australia series as well, but I would love to watch Nitish Reddy take a responsibility in that lower middle order, and also with the ball. Because when Bumrah gets tired, he comes in at second change bowler. He might be very effective here as well. And England conditions mostly helps the pacer, so he would be someone I would be looking forward. Okay, so for a new segment in this video, I've added a blind ranking for both of my friends here. For the pacer, Satwida, I've kept 5 pacers. And as it happens in most of the blind rankings, that the one you are waiting to keep at number one does not generally come. And for Abhishek, I've kept batsmen who are sort of contemporary batsmen, like who are playing from 2021 and that time frame. Let's start with Satwida. Okay, so first one is 5 players. I've got 5 players. Blind ranking. First is Ishan Sharma.
5.
5. Okay.
Are you talking about tests or
Yeah,
the whole?
tests.
All overall.
All over? Okay.
Okay. We can talk of tests actually,
Good.
because there are some people who do not have a great sample size in other formats, in white ball format. So let's talk of tests. Zahir Khan.
2.
Okay. Umesh Yadav.
Oh, 5 is gone. 4.
Okay. Varun Aaron.
It's getting trickier. 3.
Okay. Oh, so you got it. Mohammad Shami comes in at number one.
Number 1.
That's
Okay.
fair, I guess. If you only shift Varun
Ishan
Aaron and
Sharma.
Ishan Sharma, I guess that
Yeah,
But
that-
Ishan
that's fair.
Sharma,
that's
actually, Ishan Sharma has played such great spells. He has bowled some great spells in Test cricket, of course. I was actually
Yes.
surprised when he said like rank 5 at the last. That's why.
I was hoping for names
hoping
like
for Bumrah.
Ashwin. I was hoping for Bumrah. I was hoping for Irfan Pathan.
अरे पेसर
Uh,
पेसर
Irfan
yes,
Pathan, pacer
Ashwin
na.
Pathan.
Uh,
Irfan Pathan, yes.
so Irfan Pathan and likes of them, but
Bumrah.
okay, makes sense.
I don't know why, but I would keep Ishan Sharma above Irfan Pathan. Actually, the fact is we somehow miss out the performances of Ishan Sharma, and he has been really lethal bowler, be it in England or Australia. He has some great stories.
That Ishan Sharma versus Ricky Ponting rivalry is one to live for.
Yeah.
That's something
Actually, Ishan Sharma has a big name in Test cricket. Actually, if we talk about Test and T20, it's a different story. But if we talk about even Umesh Yadav has few good games in Test cricket. Although we can keep him
Yeah,
on
yes,
fourth.
yes.
I would have ranked them like Shami, then who was at the second?
Zahir Khan.
Zahir Khan.
Zahir Khan.
Sami, Jahir, Ishant, and then Umesh Yadav and Varun Aaron.
No,
For me, it would have
Yeah,
been the best.
that's all. You can only rank that if you know all the 5 players from the
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
From the
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
so
why it's
for
that rank.
batsmen, let's go. Contemporary batsman.
Okay.
First name is Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Let's start from the moderator, then we will see how
Okay.
it goes. He is new and
Rutraj
quite good.
Rutraj Gaikwad.
Oh, Rituraj Gaikwad, I would give. You are talking about the player who has started playing from 21, right?
2021,
Okay,
2021. So they
second,
are
second.
more or less
Yeah,
contemporary.
yeah, second.
Okay. Okay. Subhman Gill.
Someone Gill would be fourth
I have
for
to
me.
I have to put Gaikwad and Gill in the same list. There is no other way.
No, I would keep him
Rishabh
in
Pant.
Rishabh Pant has
Rishabh Pant.
been great. I would keep him at the first place. For like Rituraj Gaikwad and Yashasvi Jaiswal are yet new, but Rishabh Pant has stories to tell.
Pant is a seasoned player actually. Yes.
Yeah,
And finally, Rinku Singh comes at 5.
5. I think I'm happy with my ranking.
I think he has not done much when it comes to international, even though he's done his part in the limited chances he got. So, Taida, what would be your ranking, or you want to change something
Yeah,
in
actually,
this?
I was talking about the. I focus mainly on Test cricket, and you can say Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rituraj Gaikwad. I can keep both of them similar bracket, same bracket. You can do vice versa. Okay.
Yeah, I also
So, Taida,
agree to the same. I also agree to the same ranking. Like, yeah, that is pretty decent ranking that he has done already. So let's do something for sure now. So maybe you can rank
yeah.
the all-rounders in tests since 2010, the blind ranking.
Since 2010. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with Hanuma Vihari.
5 players?
5 players, yeah.
5 players, no?
Hmm.
5 players. So, Hanuma Vihari, I'll put him at 4, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
Washington Sundar.
Hmm. Again, off spinner, all rounder. So, let's go 3.
Okay.
You're talking of only
Uh,
tests because he has not
tests, yeah.
played much test much, but
Yeah, tests.
let he has not played test much, only 4 matches. But he's talking of potential. I'll go with number 3. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Number 3.
Akshar Patel.
Oh, here it is. So number 2.
Okay. You have 1 and 5
Yeah.
left. Okay.
Yes.
Ravindra Jadeja.
Okay. So I hope it's not Ashwin at 5. So Jadeja 1. I have to keep over
Hmm.
Axar Patel. Jadeja at
Okay.
1. I hope it's not Ashwin at 5.
Okay. I think the last player that I had kept for 5 will go at 5. Stuart Binney.
Okay.
He has played 6
That's a
matches.
perfect ranking.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm a little surprised that Swadbini has played 6 matches and
6 test
Washington
matches,
Sundar
yes.
Tilnam has 4. Six
Yeah.
tests and Sundar Tilnam has 4. So that's a little surprise. But thankfully Ashwin was not there. I was
Yeah, I am
just
surprised
hoping
that
for that.
Ashwin is not in the list.
Yeah. Because if you
Okay,
keep
Because
Ashwin and Jadeja, you have to place
yeah,
both at
you
1. You
cannot
cannot.
yeah, exactly.
you cannot
Agree.
the very reason why I kept Jasprit Bumrah out of the Pacers list.
Hmm.
So those are the names that we find it difficult. You cannot choose between Zaid Khan and Jasprit Bumrah actually,
Yeah, exactly.
because we have
Exactly.
seen
It would
that
have been too
power of
difficult.
Zaid Khan.
Yeah, we have seen 2011 World Cup and the player he was.
Okay, so India England 5-match test series starting from 20th June. We'll have more talks on it, and when the matches start, we might have reviews of the games and what went wrong, what went right. We'll talk on that. For that, tune in to the next episodes, and thank you so much for joining in. That's it from our side for this episode.